very good morning to Sir Mustafa and my fellow mates. Today, my teammates and I would like to present about Tycho scandal.
My name is Nur Farah Liana binti Muhammad Firdaus and my matrix number is UDE 210096.
My name is Nofatin Wahida binti Siswadi and my matrix number is UDE 210097.
Hi, my name is Praveen Panikar Ananolaki Yugenturan and my metric number is UDE 210108.
My name is Shazwani Sophia binti Shazalizan and my matrix number is UDE 210124.
My name is Desuri and my matrix number is UDE 210127.
My name is Tengku Menawer bin Tengku Mene and my matrix number is UDE 210129.
My name is Harvinder Jit. Ikaw anak perempuan dari Najib Singh. My matrix number is UDE 210.
This presentation consists of 5 parts. The first part is about introduction and background, and the second one is effects that company and person face from fraud, and the third one is about the three component of internal control. Fourth one is about the explanation about what happened to company in present time, and lastly about the conclusion.
The background of the company. Formal name of the company is Tyco International Limited. The founder of the company is Arthur J. Rosenberg. The founder of Tyco had opened a laboratory for doing research in Waltham in 1960, while the operational headquarters was located at US. Early main focus was on military experiment in private sector and also governmental research. For example, research projects including lights, battery charger and it prevent the battery from overcharge. Tyco went to public was in 1964. Tyco, also known as the largest designer and maker of the undersea telecommunications system, maker of specialty values and a major player in disposable medical product, plastic and adhesives markets. Important events happened according to the timeline. Firstly, in 1986, Tyco has restructured the subsidiaries into four core segments, which is electric and electronics components, healthcare and specialty products, fire and security service, and flow control. Tyco has also claimed over 40 accusations. In the 1990 early 2000, Tyco started to grow tremendously and it operated in over 100 countries and employed 240,000 people. In 2002, Tyco scandal was taken place and an investigation has been carried out in Tyco's top executive level. The fraud case that happened during that period was due to incorrect behavior of the several people from high-ranking posts.
These are the people that have to be known in the Tyco fraud case. Denis Kozlowski, the Chief Executive Officer of Tyco; Mark Swartz, Chief Financial Officer; Mark Ebelnik, Tyco former General Counsel and former top lawyer; and Edward DeBril, the President and CEO of Tyco International. How was the fraud discovered? In 1992, Denis Kozlowski became the CEO of Tyco Company and most of the members of board were his colleagues. This situation enabled him to persuade other top-level executives to turn into blind eye regarding issues from embezzling funds for personal uses. For exchange, these top-level employees will receive financial benefits. Scalzo, who is the former Tyco auditor, did not provide professional service to the company and recklessly violated the anti-fraud provision during the years from 1997 until 2001. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) had carried out an investigation because they found out that the earnings of the company understated. The investigation began in 1999 and ended in 2000 without taking any action.
So, how was the fraud discovered? First, questions rise towards the accuracy of Tyco bookkeeping and accounting after $20 million payment were made to Tyco director Frank was jailed without approval in 2002. Second, top executives, which was CEO, CFO, and also former general counsel, were accused themselves in borrowing $170 million in loans from the company without paying interest. Third, Kozlowski was indicted on tax evasion in order to avoid about $1 million of sales tax when purchasing artwork for $30 million. Fourth, 7.5 million of shares were sold for $430 million by both Kozlowski and Schwartz without informing the investor. Other than that, he has also used the company money, which cost $6 billion, to decorate his own apartment, which was located in New York. Besides that, company money to purchase $6,000 has used by him to buy the shower curtain, which has proved that he used the company money to live in a lavish lifestyle. Moreover, $2 billion has been used by Kozlowski to enjoy a luxurious lifestyle, including celebrating his wife Karen's 40 years old birthday. After their track has been detected, Kozlowski and Schwartz will serve for minimum 8 years and 4 months and maximum 25 years for the prison sentence. He and Schwartz has paid $134 million as restitution to shareholder and also Tyco company in 2014.
The negative effects that Tyco company got from the fraud case is assets and the legal right of the employees will be deceived due to dishonest action of fraud. For example, key employee loan was failed to provide loan to employee that really need it. Tyco reputation was damaged and it caused the profit to be decreased. The sales revenue decreased because the company was not trustworthy due to fraud issue. The price of shares has dropped drastically after fraud and it caused the investor to divestment because the financial report was falsified. It also caused them to make the wrong decision and lost part of their money. Employees that act as Danny Kozlowski cronies or followers will be jobless or demotion of position because there are 19% changes in headquarter workers with the aim of rebuild internal management. For the positive effect, reliable leadership are built under Edward D. Brin in order to restore the company reputation after resignation Danny Kozlowski. Tyco has started to review the daily operation activities and also the employees in order to determine and ensure the weaknesses of each areas for better performance in future. Last but not least, active program was implemented by the company with the purpose of helping employees to make the ethical decision and avoid scandal that has happened in 2002.
Now, for the three components of internal control that can help to avoid fraud case. First is control environment, control activities, and management risk assessment process. Control environment is the planned organizational structure is able to avoid fraud effectively, as the delegation of duty have clearly stated. Next, the people who are involved in internal management need to have ethical and moral value so that rules and regulations are strictly followed. Lastly, awareness should be created by observing and listening to the employee in order to detect potential fraud risks. Next is the control activities. First, the accountant have to make sure that all business transactions are recorded and properly kept by using the computer system. Second, employees need to be trained by the company program and make them familiar to reporting system to avoid intentional misstatement. Third, loan and any other activities that require funds to conduct must approved by the authority to avoid embarrassment from the company. Fourth, the control activities also include management control. Company should ensure that same person are not allowed to write or sign a check. It should be done by two different people to avoid fraud. Lastly, management risk assessment process. The effective accounting system should be carried out so that correct monetary value are recorded and checked to avoid falsified financial statement. For example, to avoid and tackle business risks such as fraud, the company should monitor the actual to budgeted revenue and expenses. And the auditor must obtain enough information, data, and evidence to determine whether there were misstatements that may lead to fraud.
So, what happened to Tyco in present time? At present, Tyco International no longer exists as it has merged with Johnson Controlled International. This merger was completed on the 6th of September 2016. The merger of both companies has an accumulative $30 billion worth of revenue and has nearly 117,000 employees under their disposal. This merger has created many opportunities through cross-selling, distribution channel networks, and complementary branches to promote the company's growth. The company has now been renamed as Johnson Controlled International, and it can be considered as a leader in technologies, products, integrated solutions for buildings, and energy sectors. The newly merged company is now able to save as much as $150 million in taxes within a year and $500 million within the next 3 years. In the terms of agreement, Johnson Control International shareholders will hold more equity than current Tyco shareholders. As an example, Johnson shareholders will hold as much as 56%, whereas Tyco shareholders will hold as much as 46%. Thus, regarding the governance and leadership, there are 6 directors from Johnson Control International and 5 directors from Tyco.
So, from this presentation, we can conclude that occupational fraud can result in significant financial loss, legal fees, and tarnished reputation that can ultimately lead to the downfall of an organization. Moreover, fraudsters do not discriminate. It can happen big or small business in different industries and in different places. Many more. Many corporate fraud schemes involve deceptive accounting techniques that make a company appear to be more profitable than it is. Furthermore, auditor has played a significant role in detecting the fraud. Therefore, external auditors have to be appointed to conduct periodical audits on the books for the company. Last but not least, the company should run their business in ethical way by having a strict internal management control to reduce the possibility of fraud occur. So that's all for today from us. Thank you.